Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a recipe that I saw on the TikToks. Big thanks to all of you who requested this. And this is a one ingredient pancake or crepe or thin pancake. We are going to be taking one ingredient and transforming it into a thin, crisp, brown pancake, and it looks impressive. It's thin and it's golden and it contains only one ingredient, and that one ingredient isn't self-rising flour or instant cake mix, something that contains a ton of other ingredients. It's just one ingredient, and that is milk. We're going to be trying to turn milk into a pancake. Now, in my experience with these deceptively simple recipes, things often go wrong. So I'm anticipating this. I'm hoping that this works. We're just simply going to cook this down into a pancake. But if it's anything like my ginger juice milk gel pudding thing that I made or attempted to make, I'll put a link down below to that video in case you missed it. That was a struggle. I think I made that recipe 15 times and I still didn't quite get it right. But I'm hoping this one goes smoothly. It comes from a TikTok video from a chef called Vosmez Chef. That's Alfredo Vosmeriano Romero, who used to work at Noma, which is a very famous restaurant in Denmark. And apparently they made something like this at the restaurant. So this is fancy, even though we're just using one ingredient. I also found a blog post by the fiery vegetarian who tried this, and I'm also following their steps for trying to achieve this pancake made out of milk. Alrighty, now let's get started. So first we're going to need some fire. That's an old reference, isn't it? So I've got a non-stick frying pan. This is pretty essential for this because we don't want the milk to stick. Now we are going to set this down, and in terms of diameter, the bottom diameter of this pan is about 8 inches, 7.5 inches. Okay, next we have some milk. This is whole milk, and we're going to bring this to a boil in this pan like that, like so. So total cooking time for this is supposed to be about 15 minutes. So I'm gonna set my timer, not my timer, but I'm gonna set my stopwatch. And we're gonna see how long it takes on high heat to get this to a boil. Basically, we're gonna bring up to a boil and then reduce it down into a crisp pancake. That is the goal, at least. So it's not boiling yet. This is cold milk, so we'll see how long it takes to actually get it to up, you know? So we are at 43 seconds and already around the perimeter it is beginning to boil. And once it starts to really get going, oh yes, you're bubbling away, we're going to reduce this to medium temperature. And we really want to get this to boil. Oh, look how it's poofing up. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna reduce that heat a bit because milk loves to boil over. We don't want to do that, we're just evaporating it down. This is looking very promising. We're at 1 minute 26 seconds. All right, so I guess we're just gonna let this boil for 15 minutes. Just ever so slightly simmer. And we're not supposed to mess with it. But I'm a type of person that likes to mess with things. It's kind of sticking. It's not supposed to do that. So I'm going around and kind of unsticking it around the edges. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some Nutella because I would like this with some kind of filling. I don't really want a pancake just by itself. Alrighty, it's doing its poofy thing and it's getting this nice little skin on top. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. Look how poofy it is. Why isn't it poofing on that side? Look at that. So we are 5 minutes, 15 seconds in, and it's drying out pretty nicely. Still a little bit wet. If we wiggle it, you can see it moving a bit. I'm going to go around and neaten up the edges a little bit. But it's degassed, it's not poofed up. I just really hope this releases. Come on, please work. Okay, we're at 6 minutes, so still a lot of time left. Okay, that just degassed. Do you see that? Now we just have a flat thing. 6 minutes, 36 seconds. It's starting to caramelize on the edges here, so I'm gonna just, oh yes, this is happening fast. Okay, I think we're just about ready. Holy smokes, a lot faster than what was said in the recipe. Okay, I'm just gonna let this reduce this heat even more. Reduce, not increase. Get a pan, a plate, get a plate. It's not a pan, a plate. Because I can see it already starting to caramelize here. So, okay, can I lift it? This is so thin and it's kind of stubborn. So 8 minutes and 8 seconds for me. I think we're there. Oh my gosh. Maybe get a tray. So I'm gonna just lift this out and put it on a rack. Oh my gosh, yes. Yo! That's beautiful, look. Gorgeous. Okay, now quickly fold it in half. Look at that beautifulness. It totally worked. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna let this just dry on a rack for just a moment while I go get some Nutella. I don't have any whipped cream, but I do have Nutella. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Volume on this. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. This worked. Totally worked. So I have regular cream, which I'm just gonna hand whip real quick. Should use my balloon whisk. And we can add some sugar to this if we like. Smidge. I don't like it to be too sweet. You could also use a hand mixer for this. If you were prepared and clever than I am, that's what you would do. We don't want to over whisk this, otherwise it'll separate and turn into butter, which we don't want. There we go. I have my beautiful crepe here. Look at that. That's what it looks like on the inside. Gorgeous. Spoon some hand whipped cream in there. Fiery Vegetarian said that they tried different types of dairy for making this crepe, and whole milk was the only one that really worked. So I know some people with dietary restrictions are going to ask me if other ones will work, and I really don't know, but the Fire Vegetarian says not. I'm gonna push this right on the edge so it looks nice and oomphy. I've got some strawberries. The addition of the cream and the strawberry, of course, are extra ingredients, but the crepe itself only contains one ingredient. Truly. So we're gonna add some strawberries because strawberries are delicious. There we have it. The one ingredient crepe. Alrighty, lovelies, let's give this one ingredient crepe a taste. I'm gonna try it a little bit without anything on it, right from this edge right here. There's the texture of it. I don't know if you can see that. Here we go. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Wow, it has a very surprising flavor to it. So here's the crepe up close. Look how golden it gets and smooth. And this is the other side. It's actually really nice. Has a very nice toasted flavor to it. A light crispness, but not like a crunchy crispness. Very kind of a subtle, thin. It's kind of like, what's the texture like? Oh, it's a little bit like egg roll wrappers. A little bit like that, but slightly spongier. Not as like shatteringly crisp. Intensely milky, yet simultaneously caramelized. It tastes a little bit like condensed milk without the sweetness. It's good. Now let's try it with the whipped cream and the strawberries. I love strawberries. Look at that bite. The whipped cream is fantastic. Rich, milky, dairied, just slightly sweet, so fresh. And then you've got the tart tanginess of the fresh strawberry, and then this really nice toasted crispness of this one ingredient crepe. Fantastic. I love strawberries so much. Alrighty, my lovelies, I am so happy that this totally worked, and it worked on the first try. Be careful of your heat. If you're making this, you must have a nonstick pan, and mine cooked in about 8 minutes. So twice as fast as what was recommended in the blog post that I saw. The TikTok video, of course, doesn't say at all, but just watch your pan, watch your situation, and see if it's starting to get kind of golden. Take a little peek underneath it, and if the top is dry, then your little pancake is ready. But it totally works. Great way, I imagine, to use up any leftover milk if you've got it. You could make these up and have a little pancakey breakfast. Very thin. It is not like a regular pancake, though. Haven't said that, but you would know that because it just has one ingredient, right? It totally works, though. Alrighty, my lovelies. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like this video. Subscribe. And I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. Oh my gosh, strawberries.